All right, guys. So, what we're going to go through right now, very simply, is going to be a technical indicator that we use. In the previous module, we went through how we can use IV rank to actually determine, what trades to place, right? Looking at the IV rank and the implied volatility to make a better decision with regards to whether you should be selling, whether you should be buying options, right? And how we can use our standard deviations to gauge, right? How much of a move the stock has already made and what's the potential of it dropping even further. All right. So right now in this module, what we're going to be going through is one of my favorite indicators to actually determine and find out how much momentum there is in a stock and how that is moving and such, right? And that study is very simply this, right? So I'm going to remove all studies for now, right? And how you actually include it very simply is this, right? You can go on studies, click on edit studies, and what we're going to look out for is this thing called TTM squeeze, right? So we're going to pull out the TTM squeeze, right? So again, studies, edit studies, click on TTM squeeze, add, apply. All right. So the bottom, you will see this thing called your TTM squeeze, right? So what exactly is this TTM squeeze and how can I use this for my trading, right? So it's a very, very important question, right? So again, if I look at my TTM squeeze, I will see different colors that actually appear on my screen, right? So different colors that appear on my screen, right? So you'll see, light blue, you'll see dark blue, you'll see red bars and you'll see yellow bars, right? So to make it very, very, very simple for you to actually understand, right? Red bars indicate selling pressure. If you see red bars on the TTM squeeze, that means that, hey, there is selling pressure that's actually happening, right? There's a lot of selling pressure that's actually happening. If you see yellow bars appearing, that means the selling pressure is still on, but the selling pressure is reducing, right? There's reducing selling pressure. Again, that might turn to red again, and if that's red again, that means that the selling pressure is on again. And if it's yellow, it means that the selling pressure is still there, but it's slightly slowing down, right? But however, if it's below this line and you see a red or a yellow, it means that the selling pressure is on. You don't want to be trading bullish strategies, right? So when you see a stock having these red and yellow lines, dude, please spare yourself the pain. Do not have bullish strategies going on, right? So absolutely no buy calls, absolutely no, whatever, right? Bull put spreads or whatever it is, right? Don't be in a hurry to go and buy the stocks, for example, right? Why? Because there is still bearish momentum. If you go and buy stocks on a bearish momentum, guess what? Low can get lower, all right? We don't want to be trying to pick out bottoms. Again, from my experience in the last 10 years, trying to pick out the bottoms always end out fatally, very, very badly. So hey, we want to look for good, positive, bullish price action moving up before we actually enter and get into a particular trade, right? So if it's showing bearish signals, then hey, please do not do bullish strategies. If you want to do bearish strategies, do them, but make sure you position size well. Right, this is a very, very important thing. So people don't understand this and just do bullish strategies when stock price is down, for example, and they get burned very badly, right? So let's use SPO as a gauge as of right now, right? So if you see SPO as a gauge as of right now, what is it indicating to me, right? So let me just share with you, right? So very simply, there's two things that it's showing me, right? So first thing which it shows me is that, bearish, bearish, bearish. However, in the last 2 weeks, you can see a little bit of a blue appearing, right? So do you all see that? Right? So a little bit of a blue, light blue actually appearing. That is a possible indication that maybe the market is going to go back up, right? Possibly there's some bullish momentum going on, right? So obviously this was caused by, the markets rallying like crazy last week, right? This week it's been just a flat week, right? Just a little bit of a flat week. There are, this two little tiny little blue has come up, which shows some bullish momentum. However, one position is absolutely critical, and that is this point, right? This point is absolutely critical, right? It's 420, right? Whether it can actually break above that or not, right? So yes, you can see this bullish momentum is coming up, but if we can actually break that, then maybe it can sustain, right? As of right now, Nah, right? It's not a confirmation. So this is just an early indication that maybe it's actually going up, but it's not confirmed. Let's wait for it to break up above 420 before we know that there's a serious bullish momentum actually going up and pushing up to actually push the stocks forward. All right. So that's something that I want to just share with regards to SPY and how it actually works, lah, right? So this is an indication, again, a very, very important indicator to know whether I should be entering or I should be exiting, right? So SPY, let's have a look at QQ, which is the technology index. Again, generally still bearish momentum, right? Just generally still bearish, red bars, yellow bars appearing, still, generally negative. We don't see a lot. It's still the middle. There's one tiny thing there. Nothing much yet. Again, very, very similarly, we need to see it break above 320 before we can consider anything bullish that's actually happening, right? So as of right now, it is still bearish or maybe consolidating, right, at most, right? So again, would I be very, very eager to, let's go buy calls QQ right now? The answer is no. And the answer is no. Stay out. Do not be doing any bullish call strategies, for example. Definitely not advisable, right? Right. So always you got to understand that when you're trading options, for example, you are trading a particular direction within a period of time. You need to get the direction correct within a period of time, which makes it even more difficult. Right. So of course, that's something I wouldn't recommend, because is this a period of time? The answer is no. Right. If you're buying a stock with a very, very long time frame, like a 10 years, 20 years kind of time frame, then guess what? Right now is a good time to go and buy. Please, absolutely, just go and DCA and just go and buy, right? Because you don't have time working against you, right? So that's the benefit of buying a stock, for example, because this is the index. We know it's going to go up in the future. So yeah, sure, by all means. Okay, so that's essentially what I want to share with you all with regards to using this indicator called the TTM squeeze, right? The TTM squeeze, and this is how we can use the TTM squeeze effectively for our trades to actually understand momentum. All right. So TTM squeeze, this is a very, very strong momentum indicator. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. That's the end of the module.